Last month when I reviewed SMS at PAX, I said they just hit a home run with this gallium nitride power amplifier in their first try. So if that PAX hit a home run, this SMS VMV A1 Pro hit inside the park home run. Hello everyone, welcome to Thabama Hi-Fi Review channel. Today I would like to share this recently released SMS VMV A1 Pro gallium nitride power amplifier using Infineon Coolgate Class D chips inside quad chip 6070D1 Coolgate chips that they feature inside using in combination with Sagami Class D amplification. VMV A1 Pro can put out 85 watt at 8 ohm low, 160 watt at 4 ohm low. It can be used as a mono amp, 250 watt at 8 ohm and 400 watt at 4 ohm low single channel driven. But in this review, I will be focusing on stereo mode, using it as a dedicated amp and using the volume control and everything inside of this A1 Pro amp. This is the remote control that comes with this VMV A1 Pro aluminum housing with plastic face. So let's go through the menu system. So this is amp mode. You can choose this volume control on, pure stereo amp or pure mono amp, 3 options there. So I'm going to keep it as a volume control, and dimmer type, I don't use it. Go back out. Brightness, you can adjust it and reset. That's it. I paired this A1 Pro and the Alpha Pro. It has a good synergy together. I pair it with this JBL L100 Classic 75th and Pioneer T80 S1EX towers using my Sony NAS and SMS N100 streaming bridge. So when I'm listening music, sound quality has similarity, but they are different in terms of power delivery and background noise control, because PAX have a much better noise control in terms of background noise wise, much quieter thanks to that better power supply and better capacitors that feature inside. I believe they are using Nichicon caps inside PAX and also custom power supply. This A1 Pro uses standard power supply. So that's why power output figure is totally different as well. Input RCA voltage is a little bit different as well. Channel separation is 75 dB, so that is pretty good. Because a lot of people say that, oh, channel separation is only 75 dB. I mean, amplifier at 75 dB is plenty good. You will not notice any differences in sound reproduction. If you are like me, big fan of vinyl playback, right? Even super expensive phono cartridges only have 35-40 dB channel separation. Even the sound quality is great. So build quality of this SMS and VMV A1 Pro is nicely built with all aluminum chassis. Very similar sound quality as PAX, but slightly less refined in higher end regions. So when I pushed it to the limit, right, using my S1EX towers, I was able to take it up to, I believe, 107 dB peaks, so which is pretty impressive. But I started to notice that frequency extension is starting to strain a little bit, so I don't want to push it anymore. But I tried that with those towers and it sounded nice. The reason I'm saying is when you push that kind of loud level, what happened with most of the amplifier in this price point, they don't sound great. All of them will suffer. This one will not. When I push this A1 Pro to above 105 dB range with this S1EX towers, by the way, the signal to noise ratio is rated at 109 dB. So as soon as I reached to the level, I started to notice a little bit of a upper range of frequencies are starting to get out of control. So that's why I turn it down a little bit. So power delivery, even though it rated 8 ohm 85 watts of power and 160 at 4 ohm load, it totally gives you incredibly deep sound and deep bass quality, well controlled bass quality, mid-range to upper mid-range to high frequency, stay well produced with nice sound signature, sound staging with signature sound. There are a lot of similarities with SMS at PAX in terms of sound reproduction. Power delivery, yes, is very different because I can push more with SMS at PAX up to 115 dB range. So that is only if you want to play that loud, but that amplifier is capable. This one is also can take you up to 108, 109 dB, no problem. But be careful, not all speakers can handle that kind of loudness. Then I switch it over to this JBL L100 Classic 75th and I push it again, as you will see on the screen. So it totally delivers same results, incredible bass quality and power delivery. So I mean, for the price, it's incredibly impressive because that kind of loud level and stay maintaining good quality sound is very hard to do, especially in this price point. In my experience, many amplifier, even $2,000 amplifier, will not do that, right? Even when you go past 95, 98 dB range, they're starting to suffer. Sound get thinner and bass get much lighter and starting to sound shouty. But this one, still very impressive in terms of sound reproduction. So that's the one thing that, I mean, we have to keep in mind. This kind of amplifier that makes me happy. What I mean by that is, you spend $500 and you can do that kind of stuff like $3,000-$4,000 amp can do. Plus, you have very good power delivery and sound quality. Sound quality, I mean, I don't think I can complain anything other than that, they should have a little bit easier to control, remote control, because this one is a little bit, make sure I have to point it at the sensor, the screen area, otherwise it won't respond. So other than that, I have no major issue. So that's the only thing. Power, sound, usability, and features and everything just right for your money. In comparison to SMS at PAX, whereas Lex is the upper highs refinements. So when you play at the reference level, my reference level is around like a 75 dB average with 80 dB peak. So it will get me at the 23 position on the screen when I'm using volume control on this amp. So that level of loudness, when I listen to them back to back, stacking up on each other, I use those isolation filters because just for temperature control. When I use them back to back, it's totally noticeable. Darker and more cleaner background that PAX can deliver. This A1 Pro is not bad at all, actually very good as well. But PAX just take you to the next level in noise control and background clarity. But there is no noticeable noise at all in this A1 Pro when I'm using it. And another difference is a little bit less refined notes in upper range of frequencies, as well as the bass delivery and immediacy is slightly less, but no slouch either. A lot better than all of those $1,000 to $1,500 amp that currently selling in the market, regardless of the type of amplification. Powerful bass delivery and sound quality that it can produce. Plus, what I really like about these gallium nitride power amplifiers in general is refinements in across the frequency range that I can totally enjoy listening to. If you are really used to brighter sounding amplifier, some may find a high frequency extension is not as extended because sound is more refined. I mean, this is just a perfect amplifier if you want to go to separate routes, perfectly executed in price, performance, and sound delivery that we can enjoy without spending tons of money. As of right now, no one can do better, my friend, for $500 in power and sound delivery. So, and you can get all the way up to 100 dB range if your speaker is capable of. So one thing that they don't include is trigger option. If they include the trigger option, that will be done deal for most people. That's the only one thing that many people are asking, so I will be keep on pushing them on that. So you get $495 for one piece, but if you want to go with mono route, less than $1,000, and you got 400 watts of power for each channel to drive your speakers to maximum level. I know some of my viewers are very high-end guys, so please don't let you fool by the price of $495. If you are thinking of secondary system, even if you have an ultra high-end system, this could be great option for you to choose. Sound quality is that good. If you want to go step up, you can go to SMS or PAX, which is gonna be my clear choice if I'm gonna choose from these two. But for the price and everything that it can get, absolute best buy, my friend. Highly recommended, wholeheartedly. Thank you for watching and happy listening.
Come into my solitude, though I weary be. Come into my tenderness, dream along with me. Listen to the whispers sing, listen to the singer shout. Come into my solitude, be my big mouth. Thoughts unspoken, thoughts unsaid, lies of hearth and home. Children broken on the bed and left to lie alone. Things you talk around, scum you choke on down. Come into my solitude, step on sacred ground. We were speaking of values and violence, breaking silence. Fathers who are lovers to the daughters that they own. Mothers who believe a child is single safety zone. People so unhinged that death is much too kind. Come into my solitude, step over that line. Thought it was the only one. Thought it was the only. Thought it was the only one. We're speaking of values and violence, breaking silence. Come to my solitude, welcome to the wheel. Come into this wonderland of wounds that will not heal. Walls that do not speak, steps that do not sound. Come into my